I'm your co-host, Charles Pigg, and you're watching Pod Warriors.
Old Charles and Jared sip the brew. The Pod Warriors are rolling through. They laugh and chat with pints in hand. Two legends gracing every land. Oh, the kiss is goated, ain't no lie. Greatest duo, heaven high. Beer and boobs they think are cool as they make the world their fool.
Welcome. We did it. It wouldn't be an episode of Pod Warriors podcast without technical difficulties.
Nope, definitely not with me on.
No.
I'm surprised.
It's kind of been our theme for since day one. Since day one. We have.
Let's see your shirt. Became correct.
See the shirt.
Yeah.
West Side when we ride. Come equipped with Dame.
And I just thought it would be fitting to. This is not our petty threads.
Look, it was awesome. It was awesome. I love this shirt. Got plenty of people in. Got plenty of people in.
Hey everyone. Also, guess our background.
Guess the background. Let's see. The background is hella interesting.
Yeah. I worked hard on it.
What's up? Hi everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Whoops. Yeah, we went like that.
Oh, yeah. Paris?
Paris is a good guess.
That's a good guess. It's Paris not right, but it's a good guess.
Everybody's probably close with that. I would imagine that the person on the screen is not Lizzie. It's not Lizzie. I'll take you down.
Similar parenting styles, though.
Yeah, very similar parenting styles for sure. I would
definitely
imagine.
Same friendship styles.
Hi, Kat. Welcome. Yeah. No.
Negative. We never do like that.
Yeah.
She would be like a golden phoenix rising in the ashes. I was going to do that.
I do not feel like that is your hairstyle. Yeah, I don't. Honestly, it looks dead on like her. If there was a flea coming out of this eyeball, you probably would be able to guess it instantly.
Yeah. It seems it's definitely blonde hair.
Yep, it's blonde hair.
Paris, everyone's like, finally it was gotten. AJ, yes. You guessed that correct.
Yeah. This is going to be a new drop from us here at Petty Threads Co.
But then the words, we're going to save those for the big reveal.
Yeah.
But
I think Jaxie might have known immediately.
Yeah.
Not Paris. There's no dick.
Yep. We owe you a drink.
I think
AJ.
It's classic. I think it's classic for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, good guess. You're going to get Starbucks or on us.
Something.
If there was a flea coming out of this eye, I think people would have instantly gotten it.
That was one of the favorite, out of Lizzie's best moments. That was one of her best ones. When she caught that, I was like, the way I would leave the internet for it.
Yeah, you kind of got to admit it. You can't really. AJ wants a free shirt.
She was in the shower. She was in The shower.
How could you be in the shower and bugs are crawling out of your fucking eyeball, bro? I just don't understand it. You just tell me what shirt you want, what size, and where to send it. I got you. Hilarious.
It really was. I feel like there's so much of the plot we all lived through that really we're missing. Like the current events are based on November.
Yeah,
Like
they
the whole
are.
throwing London under the bus for the doxing has got me
Yeah.
so far.
I agree. All of it has been weird, but then whenever we sat down and we were like looking at a lot of stuff, all of it
Trace
was
the
because you can look way back and you can see it like just play out, and it's very interesting. Like if anybody really wanted to deep dive and they wanted to look for it, obviously we could show them how to get to it, or we can show our own. Phoenix, you don't owe me any apologies. Don't ever feel sorry. I would listen to every rumor about me or everything everybody says negatively about me. I would listen to that as gospel, and that's just how I would play.
Yeah, the plot is definitely like lost. Well, I think it's funny when I was going down the timeline that on 6/19, when London and Susie went on TikTok and started talking shit on you and me, you made videos back and forth with Susie, and you were like, talking about how Aaron and Lizzie were like, Susie and London told me not to say anything to them, and they asked me to tell you to take your foot off their neck because they didn't want the lawsuit brought up. And less than, or exactly to the month mark, the 19th of July. That's exactly what happened.
Yeah, it is wild. Phoenix don't have any fucking regrets. Seriously, like it's not even that big of a deal.
No.
I mean, did I say some weird, fucked up shit? Yeah, but I've explained this a couple of times. Like, and I'll very quickly explain it again. Right? Yeah, definitely smash the like button. What's up, Kathy? How you doing? I'll explain it. I'll explain it very quick. Like, obviously, on a podcast, I was getting some drinks in, right?
Right.
And we brought up Erin, and the reason we brought up Erin was because I kept seeing her like in comments and in lives talking shit, and I was just like, this bitch don't even know me. I don't even know her. We don't even interact. And we started talking about that. Then Liz brought up the tragedy, and all that, right? Both of us had agreed that it, nobody wishes that on a child, and all that kind of stuff, right?
Nope.
However, I didn't know what it was. I had no idea what was going on. How was I supposed to know that a 3-week period goes by that they're still dealing with it? So whenever I was watching her video, right, she had mentioned that she's been through enough, and I'm just like, yeah, if she's receiving karma, that's her problem. It's not mine. Tell her to go fuck herself, because I just don't care, right?
I remember it also being like the karma part was the fact that it had been 3 weeks. Nobody was talking about it.
Nobody was talking about her.
Watching. Nobody, like, in my mind, if your friend's been through a lot, why would you bring something to her attention? And or if the reverse was Erin herself went to Lizzie and was like bitching about it 3 weeks after the event, why are you, Erin, subjecting yourself to fucking that? People that don't like you, a space that is going to be like filled with people that don't fucking like you and don't have nice things to say about you. You're actively not saying nice things about us. Where the fuck am I supposed to, like, I'm sorry, give her empathy I never got in return?
Yeah, I mean, same thing for me. That for me, it was like the biggest thing was like you were subjecting your friend to negativity. because there are plenty of people that hate that woman, right? You're bringing it upon yourself. That's what the karma exactly was.
Or she is.
However, when I made the comment, I did not think, right, that there was a tragedy still in play. I did not know what was going on, so I said some words. I even acknowledged that it was fucked up timing. I acknowledge that, but in no way, shape, or form did I ever wish that on a child. But also, then at the same time, it's like all of this was is propaganda.
Right.
That's the best way that I could explain it. It was a reason for people to hate me further, I guess. It was a reason for Susie to go and attack you the way that she did. But what kills me about stuff like that is they know that that's a trigger for me because they've been around for a long time. I
Right.
protect the people that I love. I get mad or upset, or I say some fucked up shit whenever people involve my loved ones. So she obviously knew that because she's been around for a long time.
Yeah.
I also feel like she was just looking for an excuse to attack you in some type of way. I still do not understand why, if we are wanting to protect a child through a GoFundMe or through his sickness or whatever, why you would want to get online, make heinous remarks about miscarriages, and then double, triple, quadruple down, whatever you want to call it. To me, that's always going to be gross. I'm not saying that I'm any better than some of these people because I've said some fucked up shit, too. But like the reality is they pretend like they're better than people like me. They pretend like they're better than people like Joe Campbell.
Right.
The comments and remarks that you made about miscarriages are exactly the same as what Charles and Joe has ever said and ever done. Period.
Same as Shane.
Yeah.
That's
I
the same.
think honestly,
Lizzie danced.
if I'm being fair though, I think Shane just takes it over the top. I think Shane is Shane is just one of those weird individuals. He's always going to be. I mean, I've acknowledged some of the stuff that he said and done, and I've put it out there and posted out there to show what kind of person he really is, all that kind of stuff. Don't get me wrong. But I just realistically just think that Shane just lives that type of lifestyle.
Right.
He's just a gross individual. He's always going to be a gross individual. He also feels like he's one of the untouchable people. I said mean words on the internet. There's nothing you can really do about it. Cool. So is Charles. But stop pretending like, you're better than Charles or Joe or even Shane. So, I mean, it's just gross.
Jaxie just made a good point that the GoFundMe was at 41% and now it's at 55%.
Yeah.
That's a big thing too, is it's like they might not have liked it. However, have you seen since we took it down? Did you see it like talk about anymore? Is anyone talking about it?
No.
They slapped it in their bios. Has any more donations came?
No, and since we took it down and then put it back up, has anybody said anything negative about us having it up still? Because I don't know. I've lost the plot on that too. Like, I guess it was never a problem for it to be up in the first place, realistically. But yeah, like currently, like the current daytime, like we brought up the fact that on 6/19 I made a video because we were talking about it, and it was like, it's not like I had a premonition or anything like that. It's just I think I seen some of it coming because I was like, these type of people flip flop their friendships, they recycle their friendships, they go through all that whole process. It is who it is. They're always going to be that way, and that's neither here nor there. But I remember saying, that the reason that they didn't want us talking or going after Aaron was because they knew that Aaron had access to the defense attorney in London's case.
Yeah.
I am name dropping. I'm going to continue to do that because I just do not give a fuck. They didn't want us to attack Aaron because Aaron had written a statement defending a rapist in a case that was even on TMZ and all those kind of things, right? So they didn't want us to attack Aaron because they didn't want Lizzie to get a hold of that type of information or whatever their excuse was. Now, we did honor that, like it was that kind of thing, but I had never had an intention on going after Aaron. Never had an intention. The only thing that I ever said was, I have no idea why she's doing this or doing that.
Yeah, she was one of the loudest people in the lives and the comments and everything, specifically when it came to hating on you and me getting together. And
Yeah.
again, how it all started, especially with you and then even with me, neither one of us are the direct reasons why Aaron hates us.
Yeah.
You know, so we don't fuck with each other, sure, equally, but Erin's done fucked up shit to me that makes me not like her.
Yeah. So this is this comment, right? This is exactly what why I was bringing that up, or realistic, whatever, because they said all that, right? They know how I am. They know how I am. They brought it to TikTok. What am I not ever known to be able to do? Keep my mouth shut, right? So hashtag karma, or Aaron receiving karma, is you're going to get some negative backlash. Now it's brought to my attention that this is something that you hate, something that you don't want to talk about. Now that's my main focus. And because you're making videos, I'm going to make videos. I'm not going to shut my mouth. Never been able to do that. Never will be able to do that. So part of it is you took a podcast that was 3 weeks old. You made some of your own statements, whatever you want to say. You made some of your own statements. Cool. But now I'm going to make my own too.
Yeah.
Never once did I say anything negative. Still haven't said anything negative about them crowdsourcing or crowdfunding money for hospital. Because one, that's not any of my business. I don't care that they need the money. I don't care what they need the money for. Had you came to me anyway, I probably would have helped you. Even if I didn't like you, I probably would have done it. I've done it for so many different people. I'm not bragging or anything like that on how much money I've given to people that I've fucking met on TikTok. But the reality is I would have helped regardless of who I hated or who I didn't hate in the first place. And then the other thing is I acknowledge that it was something shitty to say, but you know what? How are you attacking me, attacking Liz, attacking our miscarriage that we shared that was very real? How is that helping your friend in the first place? If you don't like Charles or Liz or Jericho or Tex, Cat, if you don't like those people, just talk shit about them. But how is that helping your friend?
Or even talk about the actual thing that you don't like about them, why you don't like them. I never understood. If you don't like somebody, talk about what made them like a piece of shit person. You only have to talk about that. You don't have to take shots at like trauma, because that doesn't make them a bad person, having lived through that. It's always going to get weird. What? It's weird.
Through everything that I did, I also helped Misfits' mom sell books. So, well, I mean, I wasn't the only one, but yeah, the things that we did, the things that I helped do, all the videos that I made. Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, it kind of is what it is.
They don't like it, like the way we go about it, but nonetheless, it's impact, like positive impact all the same. And you can't say it's not.
Yeah. I mean, this is a great compliment, but I honestly think that I have some good qualities. I have some bad qualities, just like anybody else. I don't necessarily believe or think that I'm a good person. That's not me being self-deprecative. Deprecative.
I think that was right. Yeah.
It's just
self-deprecating.
It's just okay. Like, how many times have I ever said to that fucking weirdo Lizzie, "You stay over there, I'll stay over here"? Like, how many times, right? So I don't mind going back and forth. I will do it for 950 years. I don't care about doing that. It's just, are you not bored yet? So, I mean, I did block her, but it was realistically just because, like, I'm bored. I want to move on to something else. I just want to move on to something else. But steal my videos, make all the videos you want. I'm never gonna see them because I don't watch them anyway. But it's just one of those things. Like just bored of it. It's
Oh
like
my
it's
God.
the
Liz's video. Did you see Liz's video where she posted that Hobbit and he's like,
Oh,
"You're ignoring me."
Willow. Have you never seen that film? Oh my God. Well, first of all, that's such a great movie. It's such a great movie, but also at the same time, like, yeah, as soon as she posted that, I'm like, oh my God, I see it.
Oh, I can't lie. I've been replaying it over and over. I was like, did you make that? Like,
That's why she literally has a troll account called Willow.
Oh
Because she
my God.
acknowledges it. She acknowledges it.
That is so funny.
Yeah, it's hilarious. Anyway, what were we talking about earlier? We were talking about the saga like that started in November.
Yeah.
With self-doxing.
Well, no, the whole thing of like I will absolve London. The only reason the whole doxing of Brendo happened was because Brendo was attacking Susie. And London
Lizzie is 100% the Willow troll account.
Yeah, that's the big whole thing. Is it's like
I can't confirm that, but yeah, I'm almost 100% sure the Willow account is.
If
Lizzie.
it ever goes to court, either one of the the petitioner or the respondent could subpoena me for a material witness, and I would testify to the fact that it was done out of protection of Susie because Brendo was attacking Susie publicly for being behind the Peter Griffin in a wig account.
Oh yeah.
And being up in the reposts and being in the following and being in the comments, Susie was. So Susie got labeled behind that account. Also, Tex got attacked because Aaron told Brendo the baby registry thing, which also came from Susie.
Yeah.
So all of these people keep getting set up by the same scenario, and it's really Susie. That's like the reason. She was taking the hits, so then that was the response to protect Susie. And the fact that Brendo wants to sit there and be like, can anyone give me the proof of it? And then you give them the messages where she's like co-signing it. They just make it out like she's just laughing in the comments.
Yep.
No, that was me. That was me. I threw the dead little skeleton emojis. Susie was saying, good. They fucking like cheering it on. And then on the phone calls, Susie was making sure London helped facilitate that. London was just better at finding that information than Susie. That's why that happened.
Yeah, the Aaron D in a wig account or whatever that is station. So here's what's weird about that too. Like I had
friends.
Liz made a video and she was talking about how she had access to the account. She was going to delete it. I went into the comments and I had said that I am going to download all of those and I'm going to start an account. Literally right after that, station viewed my account. So yeah. I honestly I would believe it. I don't want to get on too many different side quests because I don't know, it'll get jumbled up. But I do believe that Brendo starting his shit with everyone or whatever. What I found interesting was he said, I have never in my life doxed anyone. Well, except for the Pratt lady.
Which he then admitted. Yeah, he admitted that he doxed Quinn Pratt's right. And then in defense of Kendra against Yudi. Right.
So then in turn, when Brendo started attacking, who was he attacking first? I know that he was attacking Susie.
Okay, it started originally he was attacking Yudi for assaulting Kendra. Then all of us came in and were trying to be a part of the live that Irish was putting on and stuff like that. And the topic was Kendra was a victim of domestic violence, and they reached out, this group of influencers that fell out in friendship with Kendra, contacted her abuser to slander her and harass her and, you know what I mean, label her the bad guy in the situation, that they all covered it up for Yudi. So then Brendo came out as a fierce defender of hers and became mutuals with Lizzie and Aaron. And Lizzie and Aaron, while they were being mutuals, Brendo says that he was just scrolling his For You and he comes across the Peter Griffin in a wig account on his For You.
Where they were doxing Aaron and all that kind of stuff, right? Okay.
Yes. And then he sees that page. He goes to it, sees that they're doxing, sends it to Aaron. Aaron's like, I know. And allegedly, like, they start a conversation about the group that's behind this. And Susie was labeled because she was in the reposts. She was one of the only people followed from that account. And she was...
that account has like 13,000 followers or whatever, but it only follows 8 accounts.
Yes.
Some of those accounts were me, Tex, Susie, and just a couple other people, right?
And so the people that were following that account got labeled the ones behind it. When in truth, that started the cracks with Morgan and Susie, because Susie started publicly taking the hits. London is best friends with Susie, so London rides in with her skills. They are like, who can we give it to? Because we're too bitch to do it ourselves. We don't want to get attacked, and we don't want to have another, go at London and Susie.
So essentially, Brendo defended somebody else by doxing Quinn Pratt's wife, right? He was defending Kendra?
Okay, correct, yes.
Right, okay. So then essentially London was defending Susie by grabbing his information, but they didn't have any idea who they were going to get. But who is publicly known on TikTok for doing it that is against that side or whatever, or who is currently friends? Joe Campbell.
Yes.
So London goes in defense of Susie. Let me go and give this information to Joe Campbell.
Correct.
And then Joe Campbell posted it.
Yes. And then Brendo reacts. And he publicly calls for AFF to go at Joe Campbell, Tex, and Susie. Greenlight them. He did this whole thing, which also led to Austin and Joe Campbell having a phone conversation. That was also
So Brendo is the reason that AFF started coming at Tex, and
which created the AFF takeover and essentially broke AFF. So this is
what the fuck?
Yes. And then also Brendo came out and said not only that, when he greenlit, apparently a missing puzzle piece that just came from Brendo is he's had a falling out with Austin. And before AFF and the Guardian and Craig and all that shit had blown the fuck up, before that, Brendo had been like, green light Joe, Tex, Susie, and then he goes and has a falling out with Austin. Well, he was actually helping Austin be the Guardian.
We need to see that. So yeah. Okay, so Brendo. Okay.
Yes. It's wild. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Of course you can join. I'll put in a link. But before I do, let me see if I'm following. Okay. So Brendo gets online, defends Kendra by doxing Quinn Pratt's wife. In turn, he befriends Lizzie and Aaron. So then, because he befriends them, he starts seeing their videos or whatever on TikTok.
He's for you.
He sees that this account is doxing Aaron. Yes. So he decides to defend Aaron.
Correct.
So, okay, maybe I'm not following. Maybe I'm not following.
You are.
I'm trying to.
Yeah, everything's correct.
So then, in turn, he starts going after Tex and Susie.
Only,
and
yes. And Morgan.
And then because he's going after them, London rushes in and says, "Let me get this guy's information." He posts his. I saw that he posted his own information because
Yes.
that's the screen. That's the
Yeah.
screenshot that they used.
Yes.
Was from his unboxing video. So
Correct.
then she gives that information to Joe because she doesn't want to get called out for being the one that did it.
She
In
took
defense of Susie.
She takes the label. I just have to correct this. She takes the label. She does the work to find it. She confirms all the information. So that's not the all she gave Joe. She confirms and then gives Joe further information. Susie's in the chat. I only sent a part of it, but that's because a lot of it is identifiable information that she it is the actual doxing, right? And so Susie's in the mix, laughing, woof at the pictures and about his parents and all of this stuff and their house and talking shit and yeah, it's all in there. And it was because Susie was publicly being attacked by Brendo, who had a large following. And London wasn't even known to the scene. So she didn't just willy-nilly do this. She did it because Susie was at the time her best friend. And she was trying to help a homie out because Susie was getting attacked and being nobody's having my back.
Phoenix, you also don't have to worry about your appearance. You can keep your camera off if you don't, you don't have to worry about that. Mike's work. So in defense of Susie, London gives the information to Joe. Joe doxes him. As a result, he gets so butthurt he runs to the AFF begging for help.
Green lights us, yeah.
So then AFF goes, "Whoa, this guy Tex is so terrible," and he does.
Made a video.
I noticed that they didn't say anything. AFF didn't say anything about Susie.
They didn't. They went at Tex and the men because he later said that he didn't want to attack a woman. He didn't want to at the time attack this random woman. And so they go at Tex and Joe because Lizzie also swoops in. Hey, Lizzie also swoops in and tries to get Austin to go at Tex and Joe. Not really Susie, Tex and Joe. And so then it winds up he makes a video. Austin makes a video. You even made a video at Austin and was I'm coming in here and taking over AFF and making jokes. And then a couple days went by, maybe a day, and then Joe made a video in tandem with Austin making a video that they basically got on the phone and had a conversation and squashed it and cleared up the air, and he got both sides, and he was I was misinformed. And so then they both make public apologies.
What?
There's more to it before that.
Okay.
The Craig part.
Yes.
Okay. I received multiple messages because I was mutuals with Craig. And I was mutuals with, I don't think I was mutuals with Austin, but I was following him and I was mutuals with a lot of AFF. And I was getting messages because I was mutuals with Joe Campbell and Ashley.
Okay.
Dumpster.
Yeah.
And Lizzie had made these allegations against not only Ashley, but she'd also made these allegations to whoever that big female creator is and this Brendo.
Okay.
And I received messages from
Kendra?
a lot of people, and I usually bow out. I don't do the drama part. So I was I am friends with Joe Campbell. I am friends with Ashley. I will, number one, I will punch a bitch in the throat for Ashley.
So, know, some people can remain neutral though, and that's perspective.
Ashley has gotten me through some of the darkest moments in my life.
Don't give her that much credit.
I will.
She's so terrible. Stop it.
Yeah, I know.
She's got an image.
Not to me, she's not. Not to me, she's not. So, but the Joe Campbell part, although Joe and I were new mutuals, and I know what he's capable of. I was he didn't do any of that. even if I didn't like him, he didn't do any of that. And all these people were sending me messages and videos and whatnot. So I get a text message that says, please reach out to Craig and let him know what's really going on with Lizzie. This is old stuff. And it all had to do with Mel. It did.
No,
The original complaint that Lizzie and although that group had was that Tex and all these people had something to do with Mel's death.
Correct.
Which
Yes.
we all know has been debunked. No, they didn't. And that's how they dragged me into it from Jump Street. This is where I owe you the apology, Charles. Because sometimes I believe people. I shouldn't be that naive, but sometimes I am. I want to believe that everybody has a good heart. They don't. So when I was getting bombarded by these messages, I was like, what the fuck? This doesn't make any sense to me. So I did look into it. And when I realized this was all stemming from old, and I mean old shit, 3-4 years ago.
Yes.
I reached out to Craig. He blew me off. Accused me of trying to date him.
What?
Yes, I still have the video
Right.
on my page.
Like, I have the love of my life. Like, literally right here. Like, what do you mean?
Let me put it this way. That idiot waddles around in that tattoo shop in little tiny red tennies when my husband wears a size 13. I am not. I actually, in my video response to him was, because he was trying to meet up with Joe Campbell. And I said, no, you want to meet somebody that knows the truth? How about you meet me? We're not that far from each other. My son and I will come and meet you for coffee. That apparently was Craig's, I don't know, in his delusional, freaked out mind, that I was trying to date him. That I wanted to bring my son, who, by the way, wears a size 15. Is the only reason why I would, and I even said in the video, I don't meet strange men. I'm married, love my husband, I'll bring my son.
Yeah.
Because my son actually ripped apart a car door the other day with no tools.
Oh my God.
to get it to, he's a firefighter.
Okay.
To get a victim out of a car.
Don't dox your son.
No, I've doxed him multiple.
Our haters watch this, okay?
I don't care. My son wears a size 15. He's a firefighter, and he doesn't care. You want to play with him? By all means, try.
I'm kind of joking. I've been doxed so many times, like I'm desensitized to it.
So, and what are they going to dox? I am currently retired temporarily.
Dox.
I have no job. I own my home. Go ahead. But no, that is how I got pulled into this. And I was like, oh my God, this Craig guy is a real piece of shit. And it woke me up to this whole Craig Austin thing. Ew. And I withdrew.
Yeah, everybody was looking for like a real good reason. But I actually reached out to them and I was like, bros, you guys need to get the whole story. Like get the whole story.
And I tried. I reached out to Craig and I said, look, you don't know the whole information. I said, I messaged Austin, but we're not mutuals and he probably won't get it. Would you please contact me? You need to know this whole situation. And I actually got accused of wanting to date him. So that is where that mentality is. And that's when I was like, oh, fuck these people. And then all the truth about Austin and Craig came out and I was like, thank God I bowed out when I did. No. And it was like, no.
One thing
is not it, because blaming Tex and Joe and Charles for everything. Oh my God, it's like blaming Trump for everything. It just it makes my head hurt.
One thing I never want to like force my opinion on people, right? So I just want them to get the whole story, get both sides, then make
Yeah.
your choice. And I don't care which side you choose. I honestly sometimes try to get you to choose their side instead of mine, right?
You have.
What I seriously hate, like I really wish they, like, Army Sam is the biggest proponent of it, talking
Oh,
about Mel. That to me, like, her family still is on TikTok. Like, I wish that they would just let that woman rest in peace.
Yeah.
agreed.
Not to mention the fact that, like, some of the people that got accused of that, Jericho, I shouldn't be
Yes.
talking about Jericho. I'm not going to talk about Jericho because he's not
That's
here.
okay.
So myself, I talk to Mel a lot. I don't want to say every day, but I talk to her a lot. We were mutuals on Facebook. We talked all the time. That I saw people, some of the people that were accusing us of doing that, or I'm not going to say all the details. I don't want to, because I really think that people should just stop talking about her, not because they shouldn't, but because they should just honor her memory and her life instead of like the drama bullshit. Like, it's
Maybe
so, but
maybe use her as a awareness to mental health,
yeah,
and that's fine. But
yeah.
using Mel to
Go
attack
after
people,
people is weird. It's weird. It's gross. It's gross fucking behavior. Yeah, like,
How that all
I
happened
talked to
though.
her a lot. Some of the people that were accusing me and some of my friends of doing that, they were actually the ones that were online calling her a fucking drug addict. I'm sorry, I shouldn't say it. I've been drinking, so I shouldn't say it. That sounds derogatory. They've been saying things like she was a drug addict. They were cussing her out all over the internet. They were doing those. They were posting those type of videos online, and they were the ones that were accusing people like myself. I'm not going to name any other names because I shouldn't. They're not here to defend themselves. They were naming people like me being involved in that. And to me, I'm just like, that's gross. Like,
it's
you guys should be leaving her out of it, because hate us for whatever you want to hate us for. We're going to hate you for whatever we hate you for, because everybody goes back and forth online. We're all on TikTok. Everybody's. I've been
it's
in the
drama
drama
talk.
for.
But I'm not understanding why this whole
Yeah,
AFF thing, that
that's another thing.
it
They
was
named Brandon too.
bizarre.
It's weird.
It was it. That's how it happened. The whole Craig
Honestly, though. No, go ahead. Sorry.
the whole Craig thing for me, like I had known about Craig before I knew about Austin, because Craig, this was all happening. The doxing thing started to happen in November,
Okay.
into December. And I had my first run-in with Craig over the previous summer, because he was going at punks for politics, the opposing politics.
Probably.
He was going at punks because he came across punks' video on his For You, and they were in opposing political views. And so he started making videos at him. Punks responded to Craig, which led Craig to dig dirt on him, typical style. Now, who is this
Yeah.
guy? So he goes looking into this guy, and they get a hold of, like, oh, this liberal, and he has a restraining order from an ex that's on the app and all this stuff, because the troll accounts that exist.
I remember that. I remember that because
Yes.
I was mutuals with Craig.
Yes.
And I did not like punks.
Yeah, and so Punks is like, he was going back and forth with them. Well, that resulted in Punks doxing him, and then he doxed Punks back, and then they get on the phone. Typical Craig, he does it to you. It's like they get on the phone with each other. So they wind up having a phone conversation. Both of them make apology videos of, like, this is what it is to come across the table and kiss, or I don't know, something like that.
Yeah.
And that's what happened. And so then he started being like,
I can see that.
I listen to punks, and this is his life. And the poor man, I've been there. And he's like, it's these beater women And so he started
Gosh, that
making
print is so
videos.
tiny.
What?
I'm trying to read the comment because I can't see any of the other comments.
Oh,
So I can only see the comments that Charles tags. I'm reading buttered sausage, and I am
there is a
old, so
way,
my eyes don't see
there
tiny print.
there is a way for you to be able to see all the comments. You just have to look through your device to be able to find out where that is. I don't remember how to do it, but you can see all
I'm
the
afraid if
comments.
I touch something, it's all gonna go away because
No, it won't go away. But if you look at the comments, I don't think that you can see us like on the screen. So if that doesn't bother you, then good.
I'll look back at them later.
I've stated it a
I'm
couple
not
times. Like
technically savvy.
I legitimately wanted. I was pissed off at Austin. I really was, because Austin had a big following. He was supposed to be the leader or whatever it was. Yeah, I was severely pissed off at Austin.
Yeah, no, my disappointment in Osman is gone. I mean,
that was
no.
I
As
reached out to him. And
you
I
did,
made some apologies.
I remember that.
And I meant them. I wasn't trying to duck a fight. I would literally still fight Austin. I got no problem with that. It just kind of is what it is. Like, I was mad at him simply because, like, one, I don't like his fucking ego. I seriously didn't.
Oh, thank God. Thank you.
Yeah, I just seriously didn't like that.
I
To
can't
me,
do
that's
the
like
narcissism.
to me, that's like fly on shit. Like, I hate that.
I have bigger guns than Austin does.
Fair.
I said that. I'm like,
I would still fight the guy, but then, like, also at the same time, it's like his personal business, his personal life, should not be like the talking point on the internet. It really shouldn't, because all you're doing is you're literally forcing his wife to see it. I don't agree with it. Right. I don't like it. I don't want to do it. I've made some jokes.
I did not.
I've made some jokes myself, but it was more or less because he was taking shots, I was taking shots. I acknowledge that. However, at the end of the day, like, I still would fight the guy. Like, I'm not scared of that. I'm not. People are gonna say that they are.
Hey,
but
look. Hey, if you ever do organize the fight with Austin, can I have the fight with Craig?
Yes, you can. Yes, realistically, like, I take all of that back.
By the way,
I don't want to fight the guy anymore.
That girls don't fight. We all fight dirty.
That's fair. So, I don't want to fight Austin anymore. I extend that offer to Jason Parlett. I would 100% get in the ring with Punks any fucking day for whatever.
Charles,
I would do it.
Charles, I have a better organized fight for Punks.
Ooh.
I would dog walk him, so I wouldn't do it.
I know, but what would be more humiliating? You kicking his ass,
or you kicking his ass?
That's it. That's it. I'm wondering, because I have hated that MFer for 4 years.
No, I'm serious. I'm serious. I extend that offer to him, like 100%. Okay. I would absolutely do it.
If I'm training right now, so, and I am also menopausal. I'm also bipolar. Let me loose.
Do that.
Look, currently I'm going through menopause too. Like, I've been having hot flashes for weeks.
They suck. Look, I have a suggestion for that, Charles. And
Icy hot.
No, actually, they're these little personal fan / air conditioners.
That's what I need.
Oh yeah, I've seen those.
They're on my TikTok shop.
No,
that's what I need.
They are my lifesaver.
So the air conditioner in my car fucking went out.
Oh no!
I'm so upset about it.
Look.
He's like, is my shirt bad? And it was so bad.
It was so bad.
My Cadillac has decided to hate me. and has decided to do all kinds of electronical shit that I don't know anything about, and it
Yeah,
doesn't run right now.
fixing the Cadillac is really expensive and it's
Yeah,
really hard. It's
yep.
really time consuming.
So, well, and complicated because apparently it keeps throwing a different code. So
Yeah.
I'm driving the hubby's work truck. It
Ooh.
is, well, I'm driving the hubby's where I know it's not like I have anywhere to go. But when I do have somewhere to go, like the store or whatever, I drive his work truck, which thankfully it's ugly as shit. However, the air conditioning is A plus. Because I live in the South.
I can
live in the
live.
South.
I can live without it, but yeah, like obviously it sucks.
You're like, no.
Then
It
you're
sucks
not.
because
Then Charles, you're not really going through menopause if you can live without air conditioning. So just there, I'm calling you out on that shit.
I'm just saying, like, the struggle is real, and like I love struggling because that's just been my entire life. But then at the end of the day, like 90% of my job is driving. So it has been sucking.
I actually dreamed of being a truck driver. I'm too old now, but driving would be my thing.
I don't mind it.
driving.
I don't mind it. For me, it's like,
know.
oh, it's over 200 miles a day.
Unless we're on Highway 1 and it's the
Oh, are you talking about Pacific?
I literally
Listen, if you were my co-pilot, I would do that with with blindfolds on.
No way. It was fun with you, but
Yeah, I would do it over and over and over again. That was my favorite. Listen, I've had several vacations. There's like places that I've been that I've absolutely loved. Like I would do it again. One of the places is in Florida. I've talked about it multiple times. Like that was my favorite like spot.
Yeah.
But my favorite fucking vacation was driving down the 1. Sorry. It tops it all.
Please tell me you're talking about Pacific Coast Highway.
Yes.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
You know it. Yes.
I will say we went from.
Can we do a GoFundMe for Charles? No. Look, I'm gonna fix it. I'm gonna fix it, but I've just been so fucking busy. Like I took a vacation, came back to work, and I've been catching up ever since. So like, yeah,
He has not caught up yet.
I haven't caught up.
Even what was it last week? You were, I think, the most tired.
Oh my God.
That was the most
I was so tired. Like I watched some of my videos back because sometimes I don't even watch my videos back. But like I watched them back and I was like, oh my fucking God.
Yeah.
I'm so tired.
Like I looked tired as fuck.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Welcome to getting older. We always look tired.
Yeah. Well, since I've been back to work, it's been 12 hours plus every day. So I've just been on catch-up game ever since. I will never take a vacation before a fucking major holiday ever again. No. Never do it. Never do it. Never do it.
Well, right now I'm on a permanent vacation until I decide to go back to work. But that I'm bored. Oh God, I'm bored.
Look, I'm bored too, and that's why I do the shit that I do on TikTok in the first place. Because I don't watch TV. So like my favorite thing to do is to get under people's skin. Like that's my favorite thing to do. I can't help it. I wish like I should go to therapy because maybe I am the problem. I acknowledge I'm the problem. But like at the end of the day, it's like that's my entertainment. And it's my entertainment. I do not care if anybody watches it. Like I'm just doing it for me. That's it. That's it.
That's priceless. I love it. Because I do the same thing.
Yeah, no, I don't know. It's wild to me. It is entertainment. If you look at the whole story of it, it could be you could turn it into a like show. It is.
Oh God, please let me produce it.
The saga. Yeah.
only because I know all the players, like from all sides, and was mutuals at some point with all of them.
Right.
Even Lizzie.
Yeah. look, to me, it's okay. Like, I have friends that are friends with people that I fucking hate.
Yep.
But can
Yep.
you please just remain neutral? Like
That's the
that's
biggest.
it. Like that's it. You don't have to chime in. You don't have to.
Look,
That
Charles,
gets you. Yeah.
me and you are on the same page there, and I totally stayed absolutely Switzerland for the longest time with all kinds of people that were having problems until one day. One day I snapped. It was about a year and a half ago. I woke up one morning and a good friend who I considered a good friend,
That's
I
always
think I think created a troll page and she wanted me so bad to hate somebody. Sent me it was either her or somebody that she was bragging to me that she recently was going to have lunch with, that sent me all these fucking videos and these screen recordings of people's lives and bullshit. And I woke up one morning to get ready for work. I open up TikTok and I see all these messages of these screen recordings from a troll account that I don't recognize, of people that I do know talking shit about everybody, including me. And I'm like, I'm done. I'm fucking done. So I just started unfollowing everybody that hated the people that this was trying to target.
Right.
And this person, and this is how I know who sent it. The second I blocked her from not only TikTok, social media, I also blocked her from my cell phone, because
okay.
her and I had, she was one of the very, very few people that had my phone number that I communicated with. I blocked her from my cell phone. Within 7 hours, this bitch was talking shit about me
Whoops.
in the comment section. And I knew it. I knew who the fuck was sending me the troll messages. Because that's a key signal right then and there. And I was like, look, I've made it very, very clear. I have made it very clear from, I don't know, the beginning of time. Swede was one of the first friends I ever made on this app. He is like a little brother to me, and that's it. He's never done anything wrong to me. He has always had my back. I will not. I went after Joe Campbell for Swede. And that
Swede
is
go.
like,
I love Swede. I always
yeah,
have.
yep.
Don't get me wrong. I always have. Swede goes through moments. Actually, since we're talking about it, Ashley and Swede go through moments of like fucking hating me for whatever reason, and they like block
It's
me or
okay.
they unfriend me or whatever. Like I've always loved
They'll get over it,
Swede.
and they will move on. They will
Yeah,
get up.
I've
Always,
always
I
loved
always
him.
look at it like
Well, I'm
he
down
is
with
a.
Ashley.
I
Yeah.
always look at it like they're redheads. Redheads have a very, very short fuse. It goes off and then it burns out, and you're done with them. And then they'll come back.
Yeah, that's fine.
So,
I
but
respect it. Like I do.
yeah, and
Look,
I've had this friend.
I am not everybody's cup of tea. I'm
And
not.
neither is he, and neither
I'm
am
not.
I. We are all this,
I'm not.
like, we are all this little
But
sour pot.
but
But when this person was trying to turn me against him, I knew exactly who it was. And I was like, nope, fuck you. I'm not doing it, because I've told you 1,000 times.
I
It
don't
doesn't
like
matter.
I don't like when people try to put opinions into my head. Like
And that
I
is
don't.
one
I
thing.
don't.
And that is one thing that both Ashley and Swede have never done. I have been friends with people that fucking hate them. They have never turned to me and said, hey, this person is doing this and this, except for the Craig thing. But that she didn't say hate him. She said, I think he should know the whole truth. She never said anything negative about Craig.
right.
And neither has Swede. Neither one of them has ever done that. With all the people that I've been mutuals with that absolutely despise them, they have never said you shouldn't be friends with these people. These people are off. These people, no, they've never said anything like that. And that's always been one of those things for me that's been genuine. Like, Charles, you've never said, "Hey, this motherfucker just said this."
I
Um,
took a line in the sand recently versus people that was like, for me it was like, it was a hard line for me. Like I just couldn't do it anymore. And it was the only time I didn't ask anyone to choose sides. That's not what I did.
nope.
I was just like, look, if you support what they're doing and saying to me
Then
as
they
my
support.
friend, get the fuck out. Like I don't
Actually
want to see
saw
it
that
anymore.
video, and I absolutely understood it because that
Yeah,
person was doing that to you. I know
yeah,
that because
Yeah.
I got those messages.
yeah. So
I got the
and then
messages
for me,
that
like
told me
I've gotten
you were.
into arguments with some of the people that I considered friends, and it was like, look, I've met some of you. I met some of you, and I talk to you every fucking day. I considered you friends.
It's
That's what I did, right?
that's crazy.
So like I didn't want to see certain things anymore. To me, it was like,
Hey!
oh shit. No, I'm kidding.
Sorry, I got. It's
No,
sorry. I got.
like to me
Un-
it was like something like that was
hey,
personal to
get
me.
out here.
And
Hey,
like I was going to some of these
get out
people
here.
like privately before I ever said anything public. And I was just like, look, like it's bothering me, but it could potentially bother someone else. Whatever I said, it is what it is. But I was just
Sorry
like,
about
as
that.
a
I had to break
friend,
up a
like
dog fight.
you got to spray them in the nuts. That's what you got to do.
They're both girls.
Yeah. No. So like, I don't want anyone to choose necessarily, but I guess that would be if I had to say that I ever did it, I would say that I 100% did it. Like it for me, it was a line in the sand. And it
Right.
wasn't choose me or them. It was just, if you choose them, stay the fuck away from me.
Right.
And that's
That's what I
about
did.
Charles, you set a boundary. There's a difference between saying you're a piece of shit if you follow these people.
Yeah.
And look, I don't want anything to do with you if you're following these people. Please just exit.
And I
That's a
remember
boundary.
saying, like, it
But
wasn't
if
just follow, it was like repost, interact,
yes,
Yeah. Yeah.
comment.
To me, like, I didn't care if you were still friends with them or following them or whatever. I said, if you support what they're doing, and by support, I mean when they're making videos talking about my child sexual assault, or they're talking about one of my exes, or they're doing all this kind of stuff. If you support what they're doing, go the fuck that way.
and yeah,
I don't
and
want any part of it.
absolutely, because that's disgusting behavior. And no, be gone. Shane, be gone.
Yeah.
Be gone.
Because currently I still have some people on that I follow, and they follow me, that were friends, that still follow a lot of those people. And I don't care about that. I don't care who you follow. If you support what they're doing to me personally,
Mhm.
then I can't trust you. That's the problem. I
I've even
can't trust you.
say a further thing too is it's just weird for me when you have a friendship with somebody and they talk shit on the person, right? They're like, fuck that person, could never, would never, right? And
Yeah.
then for whatever reason they become friends with them or like cool with them and they're mutuals, and then it's not just interacting, like you see them saying something, but then they'll still run to your group chat and talk shit about that person. And when they're doing that, I'm like, are
Yeah.
you doing that everywhere? Like that's also part of the thing. Are you doing that
It's a
like
trust
all the way around?
that it's a trust thing. So
Yeah, that's the other thing too. Like when like, because I've done it. Like for me, I am not afraid to say in public what I've said privately, right? So when screenshots get released, right? The big thing for me, it's like, if you are doing that and then you're saying I didn't do
I
that
want
with this
anyone to
group.
see it.
Yeah, if you're saying I didn't do that with that group, you give nobody any reason to believe you weren't doing what they accuse you of.
no, and that's true. I
Yeah,
I will be back in like 30 seconds. I got to go to the bathroom.
that's fair.
You're going to look at my ceiling.
That's fair.
Yeah,
Like for me,
that's how
it's like, it's gross behavior only because it's like, look, okay, we all have found each other through COVID. That's why that's why the majority of us are on TikTok. Let's not pretend.
Right.
But when you're walking around, it's like, was I ever your friend? Or did you ever consider me your friend?
Yeah.
If you were going behind my back and talking to somebody negatively about me, like, were we ever really friends? Or on the same token, like, if you're talking about people that I consider friends behind their back, where do you have any fucking
Loyalty to anything.
do you have any fucking do you have any like regard for like who I am as a person to those people? Like you got me all the way fucked up.
Yeah. That's kind of how I felt like just being an observer to that going down when the messages were posted, especially they were all things that everybody admitted, like were things that everybody said publicly. So what would be the problem unless they were planning on already like backdooring the friendship and going somewhere else? They were leaning into the friendship with Paris again and with Lizzie again, and they were trying to make it out like you were crazy, gaslighting you that like you're not what you're not seeing or believing or knowing as their friends is happening or suspecting. All of that's in your head. You're not real. Like that's not real. And then within 5 seconds, it was real. And it's like, well, then which was it? It can't be that you were telling the truth when you said it's not happening. It's not happening. And then we turn around and it's happened. It's like, come on. We were right in that. You were right in that. All of a sudden, it's a problem to put those messages up when they were saying them. Yeah, it was private, but they'd said all of those things publicly. So what would be the betrayal? Unless you were befriending Paris.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then that's what happened.
I stay out of lives that she's in. I can't. She just floats too much. I can't. I can't trust somebody that flip-flops that much.
I can't either. Is that a whole fucking Mick Ultra? And are you vaping? I didn't know that you vaped.
Well, I used to smoke.
Oh my god, this is the dirty side of Phoenix.
I want to go hang out.
Are you kidding me? The dirty side of Phoenix. Oh my god. That's the clean side.
I'm saying we're going. We're going.
No, I'm kidding.
Look,
but yeah, like,
it is
I
what
don't know.
it is. It is 9:23 at night. My husband is in bed. Has been in bed for an hour. What put him in bed?
Oh, exposed. No, yeah. For me, like a week ago, 2 weeks ago, I don't remember when I was talking about it.
Oh,
It was like,
I know. Look. Don't make me clutch my pearls. We have a red room.
oh god. Can we have a red room? Can we have a red room?
Of course. Is cool.
Well, we're gonna call it the dungeon, but whatever.
Actually, we call it the fun room.
Ooh, I like it.
Fair.
You can get away with that in like around kids.
I'm actually can't believe I can't look. Okay, maybe I've had too many. We have an actual letter, an addendum to our will that my best friend comes in my house. If him and I die at the same time, she has first rights to my house so that she can come in and clean out things I don't want my kids to see.
That's fair.
That's awesome. You guys legit thought of like that.
I worked for an attorney.
Look, Liz and I just want to be you when we grow up, okay?
Yeah, pretty much.
We are almost 30 years in. How do you think we kept it 30 years? We keep it fun. We keep it fun. We keep it interesting.
Look, it's really celebrating 40 years tomorrow.
That is so cool. I want to be.
It's really hard. You know?
We'll get to 40 years as long as neither one of us dies. And I'm trying to work on myself, and so is he. But he works in a high-risk job. I would like him to stop jumping into raging rivers.
Look, I'm doing everything I can to die before I'm 50. So
Don't.
that's how I'm living.
He does too. He's a hero, and I married somebody that has that in him. The one
Right.
will
When
the
we
one
when
who
we
will
started
jump
sharing
into the
when we
guy who
started
will
sharing
jump.
some of our positive, like our positive like posts about us,
Mhm.
our favorite thing was hearing the stories. And we have talked about that so many times.
Yeah. We really.
Which
It's
what
it's
okay, do you
not
want
it's not perfect.
do you want a new one?
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, of course.
Okay. Not only is my husband a firefighter and first responder, but so is my youngest. I know you guys heard about him, the youngest delivering the baby, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, 3 nights ago my son made the news
Oh.
because there was a horrific accident in this very bad intersection. I live in a rural area, and it was a T-bone situation. We had a family of a woman and 3 children trapped in the vehicle, and um, the chief of our fire department, his son Blaine, was the one they interviewed on the news. However, rescue is my son showed up. One of the what do you call those things? The jaws of life.
Yes.
Before they pulled it wasn't working properly, and my son actually pulled the car apart, like with his bare hands.
Rah, like full Superman
The
moment.
adrenaline was pumping, yeah.
Again, he's a big guy. He's 6'4", and he's a big kid. I call him a kid. He's not a oh my God, he's not a kid. He's a father and a grown man. To me, he will always be a kid. He's my baby. He's the youngest.
Grandma
And
Phoenix.
he did. He ripped the car open. He's a baby Phoenix, yes. He ripped the car door open, and they got this child out, airlifted it, and everyone survived.
Woo!
So,
That's really great. Oh, that's great.
however, a little over a week ago, it was my husband's moment.
Ooh.
We had horrific rains from the remnants of whatever tropical storm or whatever that came through. And it's so weird because he works 24-hour shifts. So when he's on shift, he works 7 in the morning to 7 in the morning. 7 in the morning came and went. 8 in the morning came and went. 9, 10, 11, he still didn't come home. And at first I didn't think anything of it. I thought he just had errands to run. But I started to get concerned, and I'm scrolling on TikTok, and I see that the Yar River in Mebane had overflowed. And now my husband is Swiftwater Rescue certified.
Okay.
So they get called out. He did not text me or anything, and not that he should at 2 o'clock in the morning. He wouldn't do that to wake me up or concern me. But I'm scrolling through TikTok and I see a video of my husband pulling somebody out of a car.
Oh shit.
Yeah. No, I never talked about it until now. But there it was. I saw his back, and I was like, I know that ass anywhere.
Mm.
And I texted him and I got no response. Now that video had been taken in the middle of the night. This was at 11 o'clock in the morning. So I texted him. I still didn't get a response. And I was like, oh, okay. Please tell me you're okay.
Yeah.
So I started to get that little nervous
Yeah.
thing in my stomach. And then he never spoke with media. He doesn't do that. He's the one in the background that just slicks off. It's not his style. So he finally texts me. He says, "Oh, I'll be home in about 20 minutes. Everything's fine." And he gets home, and I said, "Is this?" I get home and I show him the video, and I said, "Is this you?" And he said, "Oh, yeah." I said, "Well, you could have told me you jumped into a raging river." and
Yeah.
pull people out of a car.
Yeah.
That'd be great. He said, "Where'd you find that video?" I said, "Oh, it just popped up on my FYP."
That would be crazy.
Yeah, that would be
Yeah,
crazy.
it is. That and welcome to my this is my life. So, if I were working and I had other things to worry about, I wouldn't be on social media all the time and I wouldn't see it and I wouldn't worry about it all the time. But I'm not working. I'm retired. So but there, I gave my story part because he came in, he's like, "Well, I didn't mean to worry you." He's like, "I didn't want to worry you." Okay, not telling me where you are worries me.
Yeah.
But telling me where you are worries me.
Listen, don't give Liz any fucking ideas or advice here, okay? Stop it.
I've soaked up every word.
Ha ha ha.
Got it locked
No.
in.
I have always told people that are going through any kind of relationship issues or marital or anything, if you're at home and you like you know what your significant other's vehicle sounds like, right?
Yeah.
If that person's vehicle is pulling into the driveway, what is your gut reaction? Is it, "Oh, goodness, he's home," or, "Oh, yay, she's home," or
Yeah.
is it, "Ugh"? Is it a or an insignificant feeling? Things are in trouble.
Right.
If look,
Liz's
I know
reaction.
my husband's truck. I can hear it coming up the road when and to this day when he pulls in the driveway.
Your tail's wagging?
I get butterflies.
Liz's reaction is, "Can you please go around the corner a couple of times?"
She does
That's
not.
not true.
I promise
It's
you,
not.
she does not.
She doesn't. She doesn't.
She gets butterflies.
Yeah. No, my tail wags.
That's it. The day your tail doesn't wag, we got to work on things.
Yeah.
Fair.
And that's always been, I mean, I've been married for almost 30 years. And like I said,
Listen, she was putting on this t-shirt for this podcast and I was like, "Stop it. You got to stop that right now. You got to go off camera to do that.
I would have worn,
we're not going to have a podcast."
Oh my God, I would have worn my t-shirt if I'd known I'd actually been getting in the podcast. I didn't until we started talking about AFF. And then I was like,
I mean,
oh,
anybody is always welcome here. Like, it's open mic for anybody that has any problems or concerns or whatever, you know.
Because I will always be a misfit and not a mean girl.
Heck yeah.
Fair.
Island of Misfit Toys.
I love being, I have been a misfit long before it was cool to be a misfit.
Exactly. Period. That's what it is.
I am 53 years old and was a misfit my whole life.
I love it.
And never a mean girl. I left the cheerleading squad in Irvine, California because those bitches were fucking mean and I wanted to be a misfit. Fuck those bitches.
Heck yeah.
They were cruel.
Heck yeah.
So
they still are.
I will never be an expert on marital or relationship advice. I can only tell you what I've been experiencing. And I've been married for almost 30 years.
I've got more problems specifically with communication. I've got more problems than anyone on the planet, I think. I feel like. I think that's accurate.
Charles,
you don't just sugarcoat things for the people that's watching and our haters.
To say on the planet or world though.
Yeah, no. I think the planet or the world. Because I don't communicate well. I don't.
But Charles, communicating well with everybody else is one thing. Communicating well with her is a different ballgame.
I take everything personal. I take everything like for me, it's more or less, it's not necessarily just criticism. It's everything. I take it all personal. I take it all as an attack. And for me, when it comes out, it's more or less just like I'm a completely different person. I guess I don't know if I'm not psychotic or whatever, but it's more or less just like I distance myself from who I am and who I am in whatever partnership, relationship, whether it's family, whether it's friend, whether it's personal relationship, whether it's relationship with Liz. I take it more or less just like that, and I do not have a good personality when that is what it is. I do not communicate well. I don't.
It's okay. And
And
Charles,
I've never been able to. It's 41 years on this fucking planet. I've never
Charles,
been able to communicate well.
Charles, that's okay.
It's
It's
not
okay.
okay.
It
It's
is
not. It's
actually.
not.
You have a defensive barrier. That is a defensive barrier because of everything that you dealt with. You have built this giant wall around you, and everything you do is defensive. And
No,
that's
I
okay.
totally said 41.
It is. You're defensive. You defend yourself, and that's a protective barrier. You're
For me,
protecting yourself.
I cannot give myself excuses. Like, so I
It's
went through.
not an excuse, it's an
Well,
explanation.
it's an explanation, but I went through 15 years of a relationship
Mhm.
that I was always a problem. I was always the problem. But then also at the same time, like I can look back on that and also realize where I fucked up, what my situation is. I can legitimately tell you, um, I would legitimately tell anyone, whether it's a therapist, whether it's a psychiatrist, whatever. I don't communicate well. I've never been able to, and I wish that I knew what the key was or what the secret was. I don't communicate well.
I wish I had that answer. I don't. But I can tell you that it is something that.
Stop it, dude. Get out of here. You're blocked. Block this guy. Block him.
Who is that?
I am.
I always get that too, so we
Mm-mm.
are both gonna get it.
But I will say that I see your barriers dropping when it comes to her.
I would. I would say that I'm terrible at communication.
And that's okay.
I absolutely am. But I acknowledge that in myself. I don't do well, like especially when shit gets heated. I don't do well. I don't.
Now,
Do I mean
knowing that,
to hurt someone? No,
no.
I don't.
And knowing that, he's honest about that. Dame,
Yeah,
you know it. You see it.
yeah,
This is where the really creative responses come in. When he lashes out or gets defensive, this is where it gets complicated
yeah,
in how we as women in the relationship respond to it. If you ever want to ask or reach out and ask me, I don't care if you ask me or somebody else, look, he's being a dick about this, blah, blah, blah. This is what he said. I don't know how to respond. Ask me. Because look, my husband is sweet and nurturing and wonderful and deals with my bipolar bullshit. But he also has his triggers. And both of us, like, we have to learn 30 years. We've had to learn with each other's issues.
If I'm being blatantly honest, completely honest, when I feel like I need to be defensive, whatever you want to call it, nobody else's triggers matter more than mine. That's where my communication becomes very toxic.
And that's when I tell her to go for a drive.
yeah.
Yeah.
Go for a drive, go for a walk, go work out, go eat a cheeseburger, whatever. Take a break.
Well,
so the barrier will come down.
I say that acknowledging myself and who I am.
And the fact that you acknowledge it Charles, the fact that you acknowledge it is like
Makes me a narcissist.
no,
Um,
it doesn't. It makes you accepting and open and honest.
On the right
Well-
path. Anyways, we're on the right path.
Yay!
Liz and I do not have any sorts of problems. Do we have miscommunication? Yeah, we do, because we're both overthinkers.
Yeah.
It's yeah.
You're also human.
Fair.
You don't have to be an
And I'm
overthinker to
also-
be a human.
When I get like worked up and stuff, where sometimes I'm not even the best communicator, so nobody's
Mm-mm.
perfect in that way. I don't.
No.
No, I wouldn't say anybody. I wouldn't say anybody is. I just acknowledge that in myself. And like, if I knew how to change it, believe me, I fucking would. It's just not possible to just change overnight. It's just not.
It's not. It's not. I've been in
And
therapy.
there's nuance to the whole thing of like, you don't want, like, obviously it's natural that we're gonna, through years together, like form our own kind of identities, like within the relationship that kind of like, we'll have the same like, inside jokes or, mannerisms in some ways.
Yeah.
That just happens when you're two people together and you have years together. However, on the other end, it's like you also don't want to lose yourself totally in the relationship and not still be ourselves.
No, and nobody does. That's what is so beautiful about mine and your connection is neither one of us try to change the other person. And I know that both of us have been through fucking relationships like that. That's why we're not with who we were with.
Exactly. Yeah. So I like when you say things like you're the worst in the world. No.
Yeah,
But
I'm a self-deprecator. I acknowledge that 100%. But the two of us complement each other very well. We always have since day one.
It was when Punks told you, like months before we got together, they were having a text exchange. I don't know if you know this, Phoenix. They were actually having a text exchange because they have a long history of being at each other, like being always on opposite sides and kind of going back and forth for years, totally separate from me. So it happened to be a conversation that they were having privately, and you said, "I love."
I told him, I said, bro, like, you have a restraining order against him or against you. Like, it would be super awesome if you would just leave Liz alone.
Yes.
Like, that's all she's ever asked you to do. And Liz and I, at that point, we never even communicated.
We were not talking.
We weren't even talking to each other.
But we were not having private communications. I was going around telling people I had a crush. And so was he.
Number one, if you have a restraining order against him, he shouldn't be talking about you, period.
He shouldn't be.
No. He shouldn't be referencing you. He shouldn't be talking about you.
I know.
Particularly on social media. He's an idiot.
He wanted to tell me things about her, all these different kinds of things. And I'm like, bro, you're disgusting, first of all. Second of all, like, it would just be awesome if you would leave her alone. That's all she's ever asked you to do.
No, he was like, you leave Lizzie alone. And he's like, and actually, it's for life. Fuck you forever. Just admit you love her.
Yeah, he said, admit you love her.
Admit you love her. And like, this is months before we had talked like that. Like, just admit you love her.
Liz, I have an actual question. Does he really wear a size 5 shoe?
Charles? Or Punks?
No.
I'm in a size 10.
Yeah.
I'm in a size 10 for the record. I'm in a size 10.
I don't know who it was. Somebody said that Punks wore a size 5 shoe.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's totally true.
That's an accurate statement. Yeah.
So my feet are bigger than his?
Yeah.
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 The man's built like a bowling pin. He has like thunder thighs. It's the weirdest thing. It's the weirdest thing.
So he's built like a cartoon character.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, you know how, like,
strange.
I'm not trying to, like, it's not a dab at Trump, but you know how the man stands weird? Like, he stands like he's, like, falling into a vortex or some shit. Like, yeah, I read that, like, I was like, why? Why is Trump shaped like that? And also, why does he stand like that? and it's because he had polio when he was a kid, I guess.
Oh.
And so I was like, I think that's what happened.
Well, I'm sorry that happened to him, but he needs to stop flexing then.
Yeah, no, I agree. I agree. And so I was like, you know how like you go to a video sometimes and you see that it's just been ratioed, like the comments are crazy, and so he stands, I believe, like 6 foot tall.
Oh no! I've never thought he would. No, and that's never crossed my mind that he was tall.
Life just ratioed his body.
Maybe it's just because I'm
very tall. That's not very
surrounded
tall.
by tall people,
Yeah.
and I'm short, so I get the ratio. Because like everything I have to do in my house is built for very tall people. Because I'm not, and everybody else is, and my husband built everything, so I wasn't in consideration, including my own closet. So yeah, you want to talk about bitching about something? There's something.
I mean,
I
I'm
almost gave
not that
myself a
tall
hernia
either.
hanging my own
I'm
closet, my clothes up. So
I'm only 4'11", so like I'm not
you
that tall
lying
either.
sack of shit. I know you're taller than that.
I am. Ask Dame. She's 3'6", so
Yeah.
ask her.
Here's the thing. I know Dame is tiny.
Yeah.
Because of the whole Lizzie. Oh God,
Floor
I'm
test.
done. I'm done with the whole short thing. I'm
She's
done. We're all short.
She's 5 foot. She's 5 foot tall.
Everyone, no, but I love my favorite part has been just that. Everyone that they're like, wait, how tall are you? I'm like, I'm 5 foot. They're like, I'm 5'2". Like, what are we talking?
I'm 5'3". I'm shrinking. I'm old. I'm pushing 5'3" at this point because I'm old, and old people start to shrink. So
she has put her fucking license up with her fucking whole weight and everything
like,
up there.
You can put whatever. Granted, I'm not gonna say that you can't like embellish your weight or you can't put a height.
You can.
But if I was 2'6", do you
look at the
think
comment?
they would let me put?
Look at the comment.
So what is it?
Do you really think they'd let me take my driver's test if I was 3 foot? And be like, damn, you wrote down 5 foot, and I have eyes you can't even see over the counter right now. Like
Charles, 4'11". Oh my goodness!
I seriously am
tower over
4'11".
you.
Yeah,
I seriously am. Look, let me get my license. I'll show you. I'm 4'11".
Please, just stand next to a doorknob.
I'll show my license right now. Let me get it up. Actually, I can. It's got my social security on there.
That's okay. Don't show it, Charles. Charles, I'm gonna take my best guesstimate. 5'11".
No, that's totally wrong. Look, I'll dox myself. Okay.
6 foot. I can't see that. I'm blind. I'm old.
I'm trying to see if it'll focus.
You are
5'8", 5'9".
You're 5'9".
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I said 5. I was off by 2 inches. Shame on me.
That's why super close.
You're 5'9".
Yeah.
I'm 5 foot.
And Dame is 5 foot.
5 foot.
Yeah.
Perfect couple.
I mean, I can wear all the heels I want, and
you spoon nicely.
We do.
You spoon nicely.
We do. We do. That has been my favorite thing ever.
Okay, I'm gonna
especially when she's the big spoon.
I like to be the big spoon sometimes.
I'm 5'3", tiny.
Okay.
My husband is 6'2". 6'2". The spooning ain't great.
That's fair. That's fair. My son's supposed to be. He's projected to be, because I was like, I did the best I could for you. His dad's 6'3", so I was like, with me and with it, best of luck to you. I did the best I could.
God damn it.
So he's projected.
Who is this? Anchor Faith. I'm 5'11", 5'11" and 3/4. So you're almost 6 foot.
Yep. My companion's supposed to be 5'9". That's his projected height. I was like,
Well, Charles, I gave you 5'11". I wasn't that far off.
nope,
No, I
not at
appreciate
all.
that. No, I mean I don't hide it. I just tell everybody I'm 4'11". Like they were believing it on TikTok for so fucking long too.
Oh,
That what you were
like, Lizzie
you
tried to
were
be like, you would hook up
4'4"?
with her if she was a toddler. That doesn't make me an actual.
What the
She
30?
was like 3 foot is a toddler size. Like,
Goodness gracious.
Your height is your age. I guess I don't really know.
I guess.
Yeah,
Well, I'm only 5'3", so what does that make me?
I don't know. But like at the end of the day, like I mean, I'm 4'11", so like, why is anybody scared to? Why is Punk scared to fight me?
4'1", so maybe that's what
I can't.
What are you saying? What are you saying right now, Kristen? What are you saying? What am I
Charles
lying about?
Is Charles lying?
about his height.
What am I lying about? You're
We
blocked.
just showed it.
Blocked
Crap.
You
permanently.
can't ever block Kristen. It's a boundary. It's a hard boundary.
Nope. Kristen is
I
blocked.
wish I could see the comments.
Actually, I'm muting her
a
right
hard
now.
line in the sand.
She's in timeout. I'm muting her right now.
No, it's a hard line in the.
No, for me,
I have
man,
a
I don't know.
telephone
I don't
tonight. Oh my
understand why. For me, it's like people talk about that type of stuff. They body shame. They do all that type of stuff. You realize like I can't change the skin I'm in. So you talking about it or making jokes about it, I'm just gonna laugh along with you. It doesn't bother me.
That's why, like, all of the dudes that try to come at
Look,
you,
bro,
and they're like, "Your girlfriend's fat. I would never."
This is
fuck
another
her."
thing. Like I'm bald as
Oh
fuck.
my god. Dame, the people.
I'm bald as fuck. Like it doesn't bother me. I don't care.
Dame, anybody that calls it Dame, if you're fat, then I don't know what I am.
120 pounds. 120 pounds.
No, I am.
Liz is 120 pounds. Listen.
And
Okay, I'm gonna
Dame
expose
fat
it.
is like blowing my mind because
I'm gonna expose it right now. She is the fattest lady I've ever fucking seen, bro. Like seriously. I don't know. She needs to immediately get to a doctor, and the doctor needs to tell her how to live her life because she is doing it all wrong.
You don't know how it is to be my size, Amy.
Do we have to roll you down the driveway?
I think Liz is like big in all of the right areas, especially especially this one.
You know that.
that area right there. That's goddamn.
No, I had one time this really happened. I was walking into a gas station, and it was in Sacramento. It was like a rough neighborhood, and we were getting ready to go to the club. And
was it near Howe Avenue?
Yeah, probably. And I was.
So, I'm from there, right?
Huh?
I'm from there.
No, I didn't.
I used to manage a gas station on Howe Avenue.
Oh my God.
A Shell gas station.
We were just down there, like right by there. And I remember I had these white shorts.
Yeah, I actually almost got robbed there one night.
I have been robbed out there.
Yeah, I don't doubt that.
Listen, I live in Cincinnati. Do you know how many times I've been robbed?
How many?
I was only armed robbed
6.
Once. Oh,
you got me beat.
At gunpoint, literally.
I quit. Okay, the guy that owned the gas station that I worked at on Howe Avenue, he owned 3. One in Folsom, one on Howe, and one at the exit. The guy's name was Dave Mello. He owned 3 Shell stations.
That sounds familiar.
Yeah, because he probably owns a shit ton more now. But Dave Mello, I worked for him. And he used to shift me around to different gas stations. The one that I actually was hired to work at was the new one in Folsom.
Okay.
which was a nice neighborhood, and nothing ever happened. And then one night he said, I need someone to cover graveyard shift on the Howe Avenue store. I almost got the Cal Expo police department actually came in all the time, and I
Okay.
was told that those
That's exactly
officers
what
got, yeah, those officers got free coffee. Thank God for that, because they are the ones that intercepted, and I almost got robbed that night. About 2 months later, his third gas station, which was the last exit way back in the day, there's probably more development now. If you're leaving on Highway 50 towards San Francisco,
Yep.
there's a Shell station on that last exit before it used to be desolate and nothing until you got to the Triple X movie theater.
Okay.
There was a gas station, a Shell station. He asked me to fill in one night. There were two of us working. The guy I was sometimes dating, him and I were covering the shift because he always required two people because that station got robbed all the time. It was the last station before there was nothing for
Right.
25 miles.
Yep.
And so he always required two. We were working that night. I've never worked that station. And I got a gun pointed at my fucking face. I looked over at this kid that I was sort of dating and I said, open the drawer. He's all, I'm out. And he took off. Never dated him again.
Yeah, fuck that noise.
I
But
threw all the money at this guy and then I cried. And the deputies showed up and I was like, I quit.
yeah.
I quit.
Yeah, rightfully so. Rightfully so.
I quit.
Back in the day, I did loss prevention. I did loss prevention as a
Mhm.
security guard for like grocery stores. That was the funnest job I ever had because it was like, for me, it was strange only because there was like so many different sizes of people that would try to steal chapstick, you know. But me, no,
Chapstick.
yeah, chapstick. Like that was the biggest thing that people would try to take, like really small
Like,
items.
let them have it.
Okay, meanwhile, I want to
Really
put
small items.
chapstick
No,
on.
look, I took my
There's
job really
3
seriously.
items that should just be allowed. First of
No.
all, diapers,
Chapstick.
formula. You should always let them steal that.
I
Diapers and
didn't. You're not
formula.
blocked.
Diapers, formula, and chapstick. Condoms.
Chapstick.
Look,
Condoms.
when I was in loss prevention, I had to stop a fight between two ladies who were mad about getting the last formula off the
Yeah.
shelf because they were on EBT. Okay.
Yes.
Not only that, I tried to stop the fight, but the one lady pulled out a knife and stabbed the other lady while I'm wrestling them both to get away from each other. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've worked in some crazy areas, some crazy shit like that.
Maybe Cincinnati
But-
is kind of bad.
No,
You know-
no, it is like I don't like I don't know. Look it up. Like we're in the
When-
top 10.
When I worked for the district attorney in Guilford County, there was a DEA, an assistant district attorney, who was in district court. She refused to prosecute cases that were involved with shoplifting condoms, birth control, any kind of birth control. She would not prosecute it. She would dismiss the cases immediately.
That's how
Or
it
or baby formula.
should be. Baby diapers, formula. And in my
Yeah, well-
opinion, too, like I understand.
She looked at me one day
for-
and said, "I'm not." When she would look at the prosecution summary or the shuck is what we call it as a shuck on a misdemeanor case, and she'd look at the charge. If they were charged with like stealing birth control or diapers or formula, she would dismiss the case immediately and let them walk. And she would turn to the Walmart or CVS representative and say, "I'm not prosecuting these."
I'm on the
It's
rare
sad to me
side.
that she got fired for that.
That's
I'm on the
so sad.
rare side that I truly believe so I disagree with a lot of things because my political stances and my pro-life stances and all that kind of stuff. But I totally believe that all Birth controls should be free. Plan Bs should be
Yes.
free.
Yes.
Formula should be
Yes.
free.
Yes.
You should be able to go and get all of that. You should be able to feed your family however you choose. It should be free. It should be covered. Because we're paying for roads that still have potholes. Okay, so
Thank you.
yeah, it should be 100% free.
You're called pro-life with compassion.
Yeah, I have a personal belief. Like, I would not do it. Like, okay, I dated a lady. All right, I dated a lady one time,
Which one are we
and
talking?
she
You called her a lady.
yeah, I
That's so
dated a lady.
sweet.
I dated a lady one time, and she was so adamant that I had to have like access to her schedule, to
Okay.
her schedule, her everything. She wanted to have kids. She wanted to have kids for sure. So we got hot and heavy one day. Did the
Okay.
thing, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, we totally fucked. But this lady door dashed Plan B to my house right after that.
Oh,
Without a conversation.
So without a conversation, and then like thrusted that in my face, and I was just like, so how I can't tell her what to do with her body. Don't want to tell her what to do with her body. So I was like stuck, I guess, in a situation where it was like, well, I was told one thing, what this person wanted, but like fed a completely different saga. And like to me that was so strange. And every day moving forward since then, like I did personally have animosity for this person, and like all of my dreams, my desires, my love for this person was totally crushed. And I did not treat this person very great after that. Uh, Mainly just because like we were totally on two different wavelengths, I guess.
that's okay.
And I mean that kind of is what it is. But then also at the same time, like I still think that shit should be free. I still think it should be free.
I think that like part of like the hybrid stance on that is no matter what, I'm pro-choice. However, I think that I'm also pro-choice in the sense that like you equally have a choice. I have 50% of the choice, and the other person that contributed has 50% of the choice. It's not just my choice. Like I understand it's just my body. So I if I'm like a solo making that choice for my future, because it's not somebody I'm in a relationship with, or it's not a like real, like, you know what I mean? But if you're in a relationship with somebody, I think that's like, yeah, like that. I
Like,
think that you're justified in that, like being like pro-choice for the.
This is such a sensitive subject,
Yeah.
particularly when you are in a relationship with somebody. Like recently, you guys suffered a loss.
Yeah.
I don't care what the accusations are that are floating around. You two suffered a loss, and whether it was expected or wanted,
Right.
or it doesn't matter. You two suffered a loss, and personally, I'm sorry.
All right.
I'm sorry.
Thank you.
I don't want to hear another.
Nobody would have known.
I don't want to hear. Look, anybody else that is accusing either Dame or you of the clump of cells. Look, we all know it's not, and Charles, I know you know it's not, and that was sick. Susie, all I have to say about this is Susie, get fucked.
Yeah, get fucked forever.
That's it. That was
Yep.
it for me. And anything else that she said prior to that, trying to discredit Charles or anybody else, the whole pulling the miscarriage or trying to turn it into a fake pregnancy or this, I don't care. If
Yeah.
she's your friend and you confided in her on something and she's trying to use it against you, fuck her.
Yeah.
Fuck her. As a friend, I have been a friend to a lot of people. I have never done that. Never done that. People have told me shady shit for a very long time and never, ever done something like that.
I'm still
I
holding all.
can't.
I'm still
I
holding all
can't.
their secrets. Like there's equal vulnerabilities that Susie has
I
given me the ample opportunity to respond with.
Yeah.
I never.
That was low and shady and disgusting.
Yeah.
Disgusting
I can't
on
say
her
that I do
part.
the same thing. I can't say that I do the same thing because I got
No,
berated
Charles.
for 2 days while they were making comments like that. And I mean, I totally wish that somebody would die from their cancer. I totally told them
Okay.
that their cancer was their karma. I did that. That's me as a person. Like I'm
Look at
always
you
willing to get.
owning. You said it. You owned it. You said it. And you own it and you mean it. And that's okay. It's okay to be angry and lash out and say something like that. Charles, that's okay.
I
Fuck.
guess
We have all
Well, yeah,
fucking
it
done that.
is. It
it was
is, but like
though because for 2 days messages they weren't constant, but there was a series of messages that happened one day. Then the night passed and it went into the next day, and then the message just passed leading into the podcast. At which point,
I
push,
get that, but it
push,
is not.
push.
It is not an excuse for shitty behavior.
Yeah, well, I'm not
Not.
making an excuse. I'm just explaining
No.
that's how the events went. And yeah, you did say those things, and whether you mean them fully, like would you stand by that statement, or you fully meant it. I never heard you saying those things prior to any of the horrendous things that they threw first. It wasn't like you were in our talks and our communications when you were talking about the friendship fallout with these women. You were not taking shots at any of those things. We don't rewrite the events. You didn't rewrite the events. You didn't slander every part of their life. It just kept going there to take shots at you because you publicly said taking shots at me and taking shots at your children and your loved ones will 100% elicit that reaction from you. And you've already publicly said it. And so they're going to go for the same thing that they know bothers you.
Right.
You
But
did give it, Charles. You did give that disclaimer.
at
Don't
the end of the
forget,
day, though,
we all need disclaimers.
at the end of the day, though, it's not an excuse for shitty behavior, but shitty behavior was responded with shitty behavior.
Yeah, it was
That's true. That's true.
Just make sure you put the
awful.
disclaimer in front of it.
Yeah. So that's how, like, I mean, with the whole fallout, it's okay to go separate ways in friendship. I just, you can really tell a person, like, I'm okay if their friendship came to an end and it's actually a benefit that this person's not in my life because I feel like the friendship coming to the end was justified. Like, I don't want the friendship anymore from what I've seen. So let's go our separate ways. I definitely don't have anything to complain about. To go on to talk shit about, we're not friends.
No,
you know
yes. I mean,
like,
so for multiple days prior to us even having any interaction like privately, they were making posts. They were trying to say Liz was a cheater. She was with a married man, blah blah blah. They were making multiple posts.
I saw
They were
them.
making multiple comments. They were saying all different kinds of things.
No.
The night of our podcast a couple nights ago, whenever Ames came on to the podcast, that same night, 30 minutes or maybe even an hour before we even went live, they all came at me into our old group chat. The people that left were added back in. They all started berating me and all different kinds of things. Then they wanted to have a phone call. We had that phone call, and it kind of is what it is. Whatever was said was said. But they hated the fact that I didn't choose them, I guess, is realistically what it is. Yeah, there's no justification for my behavior. There's no excuse for what I said or what I did. I would never sit around and claim that. Matching energy is one thing, exceeding energy is another thing. I've always been that way. I've done it for the past 5 years on TikTok. People hated the fact that I went back and forth with Misfit Patriot for 2 years. But had that man never talked about my mom, who had just literally passed away a couple of weeks before he talked about my mom, I would have never drawn a picture of his family's graveyard and pissed on it. So energy matches energy, 100%. I
get
will
that.
agree with that. I always have done that, or I exceed the energy. Still yet, it's like, do they deserve that? As people, as individuals, do they deserve the comments that I made? No. No, they don't. Just because they're evil pieces of shit, did they deserve what I said? No, they did not. Did I say it? Yes. Do I regret it? No.
Mm-mm.
Well, just the same way that
That's the
because
truth.
they're mad at you, does that give them the right to be evil to me? I didn't do
It doesn't.
fuck all.
You didn't do shit to them, and they
No.
decided to take it out on you because they hated
You're
me.
trying to get at you.
They went
Right.
after you, Dame, to get to him.
Yeah, I know. And so, but I'm also like a person in between that's being used as like fodder, and and all the while I'm a human being in that too, and I think that that's equally as sick.
They posted this thing.
Charles is fucked up for it. They're literally like they brought themselves right down to the same level. So what finger are we pointing here? What was the whole point of all this? To point the finger at Charles or Joe or whoever for being ugly, when it looks all the same to me. It looks all the same to me.
True, yeah, it does. It all looks the same to me too. I'm not going to say that, but like, yeah, I just can't. I can't justify my actions just because somebody said something shitty to me. Doesn't mean that I should say something shitty to them. But it happened. Do I regret it? No. But I'm just saying, I acknowledge that. I
call that social media warfare.
Realistically, for the 2 days that I listened to them, it's reactionary abuse. That's what it is.
Yeah.
They were trying to elicit a response from me. They got a response that they didn't like. Now they're playing victims all over TikTok. That's the truth. But like at the end of the day, did they deserve that? No. They're shitty people. I should have just distanced myself.
They were defending Aaron in the comment of out of context that he said that Aaron's child being sick was her karma. That's not what he said. And so that was taken out of context. That was adapted to go at him. Not only that, they said that, well, if that's Aaron's karma, then the miscarriage is yours and Liz's karma. That's Liz's karma.
This is the messages that I got. I saw a video. I messaged Susie. And I'll send you the message. I screenshotted it. It's very brief. It's very short. I said, what did I say? I don't know. I was confused because I saw her video completely going off on Charles.
Right.
And I messaged her and I said, what is going on? And she told me that Charles was attacking this child. I said, that's not okay. I'm unfollowing him. I removed him as I removed him as a follower. Nobody, because literally the next video.
Thank you for removing me when you unfollow me.
No, well, I do that. That's rude. I'm not. I am
it's
one
totally
of those people
rude when
that
people don't do that.
If I unfollow somebody, I'm going to remove them too because that's rude. I'm not about the follower count. I have never been. So, I thank you for following me back after I realized my mistake.
Honestly, I totally didn't. I totally didn't even know that you followed me. Otherwise, I would have done it sooner. But yeah, I totally didn't know.
Back after I realized my mistake.
Yeah, I totally didn't even know.
Oh, thank you. Well, thank you for following me back. I see the next video that I see is Charles pissing on an apology. I didn't know anything else out of context. I didn't know anything else except what Susie had told me. And then there's no context to what Charles is doing except peeing on an apology. And I said, oh, that's just nasty. Because, my clutch my pearls I have this clutch my
You're like, "Ah,
pearls.
fuck, this is juvenile."
I know. And I was like, okay, I unfollowed him and I removed him as a follower. And she's like, good. And then I see, and I'll give credit. I'm going to give credit where credit is due. Not 5 minutes later, I see Liz, listen up, Liz.
Yeah.
I see her video explaining the whole thing. And I was like, oh, fuck.
Was
Oh,
was I
fuck.
was I wrong? Was I wrong?
No.
It was poorly timed. It was a poorly timed comment.
No,
But
You
it
didn't
was
even
that's
know
poorly
that.
essentially
timed
all it
on my
was.
part. It was poorly timed on my FYP. So, because if her video had shown up before you're peeing on the apology, I would have never thought what I thought. So,
Right.
my FYP, I blame my FYP. Anyway, I see her video and I was like, oh, fuck. I jumped to conclusions again. I hate it when I do this.
Which is fair. Like I didn't even hate that though. Like so many people did. I understand. And like for me, it was like it was very poorly timed. I've acknowledged that. But then also at the same time, like her video, Lizzie's first video, initial video, she made a video off of a comment that didn't have anything to do with Aaron.
Oh,
She made it about Aaron, and
yes.
then
You
so
wasn't
this was 3 weeks. This was 3 weeks after the podcast, and I don't watch Aaron's content, so I
No.
was like, I don't even know what we're talking about here. But like she said in her video, I stopped it at like a minute 6. And at a minute 6 into the video, she made like a 3-minute long video. I'm not watching that. I'm sorry, I'm not doing it.
No. Yeah,
I don't.
it's longer than 60
It's,
seconds.
yeah.
My ADA goes,
Well,
Yeah.
true. My ADHD flares
watching it
too,
2
but like
times
when it's a Lizzie video and it takes longer than 30 seconds for her to make a fucking point, I don't really watch it. So I stopped. I was like, okay, I'm
Charles,
done. I actually,
Charles,
yeah.
do you ever understand anything that she says? Because I
No,
don't. I'm
I
curious.
can't. I don't really, but sometimes I
Okay,
understand the
good.
points. Sometimes I do understand the point she's trying to make, but
I
I
want
think
to
that
name
she's
a couple of her
wrong.
things. Ones where she's like, "Take the fucking GoFundMe down.
Take it down.
Right. I'll be right
Take
back.
that fucking GoFundMe." Where do you go?
Okay. I'm gonna have
I said I'd be right back.
I'm gonna have a real conversation with y'all right now. My husband and I were in the pool earlier, and we were standing there in the pool, scrolling through TikTok, and she doesn't have me blocked. God, I wish she'd block me. I won't block her, but God, I wish she'd block me. Anyway, some a video of hers popped up, and she was dragging listen up,
Yeah.
and my husband, he doesn't do TikTok drama, so when I'm talking to him about it, he's like, "Yeah, what?"
You do sound crazy.
And I haven't seen a video of hers in I don't know how long. I said, "This is the girl I was talking about." Okay, and I clicked on her profile. Then I accidentally clicked on her profile, and I showed him. I said, "Okay, this is Lizzie, the hot dog, that we use." He said, "Oh, okay." I said, "Well, she had an OF page. Now, I want you to," I said, "riddle me this, okay?" And then I went to Listen Up's page, and I showed the zoom ins.
Oh my god.
I showed the zoom ins. I showed the zoom ins, the zooms from the OF page.
Yeah.
And yeah, my husband gagged.
That's fair. That's fair. You could probably smell
Okay.
it.
And I said, "Okay, well, now that you've seen that, okay, let me ask a question."
He's like, my eyes, my eyes.
Yeah, well, yeah, that was part of it. He said, "Why?" He just actually looked at me. He said, "Why?" Actually, harshly said, why? I said, why? Because this is going somewhere. So this person that made those pictures and actually posted them is criticizing somebody that used to be an SW, as a sexual worker. I said, she's criticizing Ashley.
Correct.
He said, why? Because Ashley was successful?
Yes. Yes. Wow, it took him literally only that, and he's already
Yeah,
got
that was it.
the
Yeah,
book.
that was it. That was it. That was all I had to say. I said, yeah, she's dragging Ashley for being a former sex worker who in Canada it's totally illegal. A licensed sex worker. She's criticizing her. And my husband said, is it because she was successful? I apparently, because I
Like,
showed him.
that's
Well,
all he put.
he has seen pictures of it.
Listen, Lizzie showed the receipt. She only made $22 on OnlyFans. Okay.
She did not.
Really?
No, I made that up.
10%.
Okay.
I was gonna.
No, I made that up.
I believe it.
I've made more than that on TikTok Shop.
That's awesome. Yeah, that worked.
Yeah, we are so close to becoming an LLC, and we are going to start selling on TikTok Shop.
Yep.
Please do, because I will
Yeah.
do the videos and promote your shit all the time. I promote
I fucking
all
love
kinds
that.
of crap.
This close.
No, and yeah, like there's been discrepancies about it, like how we are unethical. It's an unethical business, motherfucker. Like,
The literal
and
name
it's
of it is
ours.
Petty Threads.
We get to decide what is ethical for our business.
I don't know if anybody else saw it, but I saw like years ago it was back in like 2020, 2021. This million, like it's got one of the highest views, gotta be. And these women all created a fake Instagram page to stalk their exes, but they made a fake bakery Instagram page. And they're like, now we have 10 orders.
Yeah.
They're all like mixing the batter, and they're like, we got like 10 orders.
Look, Petty Threads. It sounds like a great, legitimate company to me. Petty. People could give you. There are petty. Look, the petty ideas out there are limitless.
We have limitless ideas. I mean,
There you go.
You should see our fucking ideas.
But I'm going to kind of I've already created a Petty Threads YouTube. It's already happened, and the whole album by Pod Warriors is up, and there's 14 tracks, and it's called Petty Rhymes, straight out of context.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah,
And,
Jarek and I enjoy writing some songs. Of course, AI is performing them, so love that or hate that. That's your choice. I don't really care.
Yeah.
Like, if either one of us knew how to sing or write or play a fucking instrument, we'd probably be doing that ourselves. But
right.
yeah, like at the end of the day, these are songs that we wrote. So yeah, we composed 14 fucking tracks. So
Love it.
And so,
if you need a female voice,
yeah.
All right.
I
We're
used to
down.
sing a lot.
Then I love that. So then I'm gonna put on Petty Threads. I've already got our website with like our t-shirts. I'm working on a Pod Warriors website. I'm also working on launching I have new t-shirts coming out this week, and then we also are gonna have hopefully, I haven't even told Charles this part, kind of a blog / tea Petty Threads, like an actual Petty Thread where we're going to start to post receipts and, kind of create an archive receipt place that's not on TikTok where it can't get reported, where you can go watch this whole fucked up movie in chronological order and have the full understanding for years to come.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, no, Chris, they're not on YouTube Music, but like Liz said, she created a website, and we got the entire everything we've created so far up there. I've got probably 20 more songs that I've written that I haven't done anything with yet, but yeah.
So those will be other albums. If you search on YouTube now, if you search under Petty Threads Co. and then you type in the album name, Petty Rhymes, it'll come up. Or Straight Out of Context, it'll come up on YouTube. It's already uploaded. So there's 14 albums that you can like listen to in the car, and a lot of them we've heard on here, but there's even a handful that nobody's heard yet.
Yeah.
There's like 3 of them. I don't think that they played.
Well, y'all, I gotta go.
Okay.
I am an old lady, and it is way past my bedtime.
Thank you for hanging out.
Yep. Thanks for
Oh
coming
my
in.
God.
Thanks for sharing.
Love y'all.
We love you.
Love your face.
Love you.
Thank you. Yeah, no. The timeline of events.
Explain that. Explain the YouTube again.
The YouTube. Okay, so already what's up is all of the songs that you've heard, and then there's like 3 ones you haven't. All of them, if you type in Petty Threads Co., and then you even type in Petty Rhymes, because I tried to search it earlier and it's too new. It's not popping up. And if you just type in Petty Threads Co., we're like too new for that. So then type in further Petty Rhymes. It'll come up. There's a whole playlist on there of 14 songs under the Straight Out of Context playlist, and you can listen to them in the car finally. You know?
Yep, I love it.
And then we'll continue to do that. I haven't made the Pod Warriors website live yet. I've been working on it. I want to get it live this week. I also have a bunch of new shirts that I have to make live so that people can order them. And then the idea for the YouTube Petty Threads, aside from sharing their music, is to start to create a kind of tea spill, I guess, where you could, watch the people's videos and have a timeline history of all this stuff, because you don't even realize. It's been crazy to me for the past couple days to figure out that you don't know about the Brendo stuff. And that is
I had no idea.
UFF got taken over.
I had no idea that he had a part in that.
None. And it's crazy, Aaron D. and the Peter Griffin in a wig was the part in that led to this, that led to that, that led to this, that led to that. It's fucking wild, really. So when you sit it all, it takes me a long time, but once I get it all uploaded, yeah, it'll be a watch. It's a movie. It's a saga, how we got here. Which is also when you guys leads into the Brendo thing that he greenlights Joe and Tex, they have a phone call after he calls them out, then they have a phone call, they squash that, he apologizes. Lizzie even made a video and was well, great, Austin's not going at Joe. She's so moted that it didn't go the way she wanted. And then Austin went on Freedom Fam, and the fallout, I guess, continued there. And with Craig and Austin, what was just about to happen right then, it led to all that.
Yeah, I mean, they did their apologies or whatever. Obviously, some of us made our apologies too, but
they were still friends at the point that
I had no idea that that's where it started. None.
Yep.
And then sure enough, whenever you piece it all together, I don't know. It's obviously, to our haters, it's not going to make any sense because they're going to deny. But yeah, when you look at it, yeah, that's exactly it. And then similarly, I think all of us are guilty of it. Maybe not all of us, because I don't really dox anyone, but yeah, you go hard for your friends.
Yeah.
You go hard for your friends, and that's essentially what Brendo did in the beginning. He
Yeah.
went hard for his friends. But then similarly, whenever he started going after the people, that's what London
Then
did for her
London
friends.
wrote in for Susie.
Yeah.
And then they went to Joe because Joe is also going to be a fierce defender of the people he fucks with. And they knew that Joe would.
They went to him because they didn't want to do it themselves because they were
Exactly.
like, oh, fuck, I don't want any of the backlash. I don't want anyone to know about this.
Exactly. And Brendo has a big following. And so they were like doing this whole thing. And also, they were a part of the IDF donations.
Yeah, that shit cracks me up because they were faking them, and I was out there really donating cash. I was really donating cash.
That's who did it. Susie was a huge part of that. Like,
I still get those. I still get those emails.
The only reason that happened is because Luna was going at Liz and going at Susie. Because Susie stole Dan from Luna.
Love your face, Kristen. Seriously.
It's wild. But
it is. It is.
That
and
Korean
like, yeah,
guy, that guy got stolen from Luna. Yeah. And then goes to Susie to be her friend and have a crush on Susie. And Luna felt slighted, so she starts attacking Susie. Susie for having family in the IDF. And then Tex donates to the IDF because Susie in London faked that receipt.
Yep, caused a seizure and everything.
They also went to Tex and asked Tex, will you please go at R&D for us and have her choke on a cucumber again and ask her to do a party trick? That's the whole truth of that. And look at all the fallback that's become of those things.
We should have uploaded that picture. I have it on the phone. Let's see if it shows up. New t-shirt coming soon.
The seizure, exactly.
New t-shirt coming soon. New t-shirt coming soon. I don't really think we're exposing it here to everybody that's already gone.
There's so...
Damn, that killed me. That sent me. That fucking cucumber is on a stick. Fuck.
Yeah. Feels right.
Got any of them party tricks?
Actually, I do. I'm super double jointed.
Oh, I know. I know. Also, the bears in the woods knew too.
Oh man, and speak to Ames. That no gangsters come from NorCal, bitch.
I also like that cracks me up whenever they bring up the real G's move in silence. Whenever they bring that up, it's like, do they not know what that really means? Because it really means you don't attract unnecessary attention.
Yeah,
does not mean that you don't attract attention. It does not mean that. They're so retarded.
They're like, you so retarded. Have to always be silent. That's what it means.
No, that's not what that means. They have no idea because they're not real G's, obviously.
No.
Yeah, totally stand by that statement. Fuck you, Ames. Fuck you, Ames, forever.
She was like, no gangsters come. There's like almost 90% of the rap industry touches the Bay somehow. Like,
there's like 50
or influenced by the Bay Area. Huge.
There is 50 fucking million people in California. You want to tell me that there's no gangsters that live in California? You're weird, Ames.
The silver spoon, bitch. Which is what you were born to.
It's true.
How about you never fucking talk about gangsters?
No.
You don't talk about what you don't know about.
No, they're retarded. They're retarded. They don't know what that statement means in the first place. Second to which, like, real G's move in silence has nothing to do with the fact that I'm not going to get in your face and fucking shout it, bro. That doesn't mean that I remain silent. Yeah. I'm not under arrest, you weird motherfucker, with my Miranda rights. Fucking weirdos.
Or no, my favorite part is that they do that when they're like, you have a restraining order. Like, you stop talking about it. Bitch, I'm the protected party. I could shout it from the fucking rooftops. I could walk to that
Right.
motherfucker right now, and it's his responsibility to shut the fuck up and walk away from me. That's it.
Yeah.
His rights are restricted. Mine are not. I can go wherever I want. I can say whatever I want. And also, in my restraining order, it's listed that I single-handedly, not him, have the rights to record him, violating that order
Yes.
the way I want to.
Yeah.
So
The fucking order states that.
keep me under surveillance, monitor my movements, fucking record them. You know what I mean? Like, you don't.
And that's the weirdest part too, is like sometimes they invite me into lives or whatever and they start talking and then they start messaging Jason and they're like, hey, come in here. We got Charles in here. Why? Like, why, dude? You can't just stay away. Like, that's it. That's the only thing you're requested to do. And you can't even do that. Yeah, no, I say again, I would fight that motherfucker any day, anytime. And it has nothing to do with the fact that we're in a relationship. I would fight that motherfucker any day of the week. I would actually fight him with my fucking right hand tied behind my back.
Speaking of that topic, I have to we should end with the whole laughing at the fact that they copied us. They had to go get matching tattoos before they went on their vacation.
They did the same videos we did with the whole fucking themed rooms.
And then they have to flex their vacation and go dance and try to. It was the weirdest thing. But my favorite motherfucking part is that they think that we don't remember that they literally put on a fake engagement, or not even fake. They got engaged 8/8/2024. But they celebrated a year of marriage this past
month early.
They got engaged, and then not only that, it was not until they got engaged in August, and then it's not until October he starts referring to her and has forever referred to her as his wife, and they refer to each other as wife and husband. They put everything on social media, but not their wedding. There's also, it must be classified because there's no fucking record of it. And then of all fucking things, they made up that they're married for a year this past weekend, not even a year to their engagement. How the fuck?
Fucking weird fucks.
She was posting less than a year ago, wedding plans coming soon.
I don't know.
But they're married now.
I would probably get away. I'd probably get away. Like there's things out there that can help you get away from that situation. I know it's toxic as fuck and you're scared to get away. But there are channels you can take that will help you get through that.
They took their 13-year-old on their romantic 1-year anniversary. And they got a suite, they're flexing that they got a fleet with a hot tub and the kids in their bathing suit in it.
Yeah, it's weird.
It's not the vibes. It's not the vibe. I'm confused.
It's not the vibes.
And so they tried to do all of our vacations in one.
Couldn't do it.
Couldn't
do it. It was embarrassing to watch, but yeah. They could never be us.
The secondhand embarrassment I got from watching the dancing one of them try to simulate that whole and the tattoos. I was kind of I get couples tattoos are we're not the first, we won't be the last.
No, we didn't create that for sure.
No, but ours are, we did, these are unique, but the whole thing of just the way it was done.
It looks like a fucking weird Mothman. It's fucking weird.
Also, even at least ours are couples tattoos when we hold hands. it makes sense. He has to get down on the ground. And he's like, look at my arm and look at her leg.
Look at they're carbon copies
Only
of the same
69.
thing.
It works.
It's fucking weird.
I can't.
It's fucking weird.
But I'm glad they're out of my area. The Bay is
Hopefully
better.
they're going back home. Hopefully
They were in Vegas, I think.
it's weird
That's the
behavior.
only reason the exchange happened.
It's
today.
weird behavior, but it's weird obsessed behavior is what it is. So strange. I don't know. Like, I don't know. For me, it is what it is. But I've never obsessed over an ex like this. Never. Never.
No. I have, like, the craziest part about it was, like, I didn't exist on TikTok for over a year after I moved this, like, states away and was trying to just move the fuck on. I have been. And he just will not fucking let it go.
It's impossible for a guy like that because he's weak. Just is what it is.
Not anymore. Well, I would say, though, it's annoying because he does copying shit, but this is the most left alone I've been.
Facts.
And it's honestly, you know, the craziest fucking part? It wasn't the restraining order. It was you.
Just admit that you love her.
Just admit that you love her, bro.
Always did. Always did. I just always did. I was just too afraid to tell you. That's the truth.
Same. I've shown my proof too. Like I was saying.
Look, I don't have any proof. A lot of my proof was on FaceTime when we were sharing videos of that ass in those jeans. Okay? That's the truth. All right.
You did know about the video pretty well.
Yeah.
Now you get to see it outside them jeans.
Facts.
Well, let's check out. I'll throw it in the circle for you right now.
I got to see it close.
I know. Let's go do it more.
All right, we're gonna go do it more. We're ending right there.
Okay. I love
See you guys next week.
Love you, everyone.
Love all your faces. Whoever's still here. Adios.
Don't talk shit about my Jose Echoes.
Know that this is goated. Ain't